Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, when finding life on Mars, their first mistake was bringing it aboard their station, and their second mistake was reviving it. Tonight's movie, Life. Which is kind of ironic because there's a lot of death in this movie.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. Worst apocalypse ever. Tonight, episode number 6. And coming off of last night's very wonderful, highly rated, awesome movie, The Invisible Man, I thought let's stay rather contemporary and review another movie that came out in the 2010s or whatever. And that movie is a science fiction horror film, though I guess some people might just call it sci-fi, but you know, it's got horror elements. And that is the movie Life. Yes, so what is the movie Life about? Well, there was a mission to Mars where this rover thing collected samples and was bringing it back to the International Space Station, where among those samples was a kind of like amoeba-like whatever little microscopic organism that they were able to coax back to life. I guess it was sort of in a hibernative state. And it started growing and started getting bigger and was showing signs of intelligence. And then they, continued to poke and pry at it. And eventually it started to attack people and escape and cause all kinds of chaos in the space station. And now everyone's scrambling to try to stop it from basically destroying them and eventually maybe getting to Earth to destroy all life. So at least that's what it seems like it will do. I mean, it seems highly intelligent, very adaptive, very slippery, gets into little tiny crevices real easily, so it doesn't like have a skeletal structure yet. It can make itself like super strong and break people's bones and stuff like that. So it's the perfect I gotta say, what do you say, what was it, Parasite Eve? It was the perfect being, the perfect entity, whatever, the pinnacle of life. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, basically that's the story. They find microscopic alien life. They do a bunch of stuff with it. It grows bigger. It gets out of control and starts killing people. Yeah, so let's get to those scores, shall we? Violence and gore. I'm giving this a 2.5 out of 5. Yes, there's a lot of blood in this movie. However, the violence itself is not what I would expect in a alien type movie. There isn't chest bursting. There isn't face ripping and melting and stuff like that. It's all a lot of crushing and ripping and maybe tentacle going into the mouth to mess around with guts and things like that. But that's about it, really. And there's not an overabundance of that. Yes, I mean someone might say that it's a bunch, but to me it's not anywhere near excessive. So 2.5 out of 5. Shock value 2 out of 5. There are some jump moments in this movie, but the tension is more about where is it? How can we deal with it? What are we gonna do? How do we stop it? How do we keep it from killing us? That's the crux of the movie. So they had some opportunities, but they didn't really hit that mark too much. So 2 out of 5. The plot, I am gonna give this a 3 out of 5. Look. Quarantine procedures on this space station are really stupid, dumb, and lax. They should have, honestly, dealing with a life form and, I don't know, it's oh, I'm touching it with, it's not a bare hand, but you're wearing this protective thing. It should be almost impervious to everything, that protective glove. It shouldn't be able to be cut or anything like that. Plus the fact is, like, that entire room, if you're expecting to have unknown life, that entire room should be, you should be able to just hit a button and the whole thing just gets jettisoned into deep space. And not only that, not only does it should just get jettisoned into deep space, but they should have like a way to just flash destroy everything in the room. I mean, basically, like, just whatever, like, high intensity poison, radioactive gas, destructive, I don't know, whatever. So you jettison into space, and then it just, just novas, like maybe a small little nuclear bomb, and I don't know, but I just think that there's too much convenience with how they fuck up, and they do fuck up the containment, that it was enough to bother me. So otherwise, perfectly all right, and ballsy ending, but one that I saw coming 1,000 miles away. Anyways, but 3 out of 5. Still enjoyable. Going to acting. Acting is 5 out of 5. I mean, everyone in this movie does a great job. A lot of pained looks and, oh god, oh my arm, oh my leg, and stuff like this. But there's actually some genuine emotion going on in these actors and actresses, and I really feel it. I mean, it's got Jake Gyllenhaal. He always does a great job. Ryan Reynolds does a great job. The cast, I just think they all did a pretty good job. Not a pretty good job. They all did a great job. And I really didn't feel any flaws with anything. So I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Going on to Nudity. 0 out of 5. I mean, they are in a cramped, small space station thing. And I don't think there's any, like, relationship stuff going on. And of course, this movie isn't going to go there with the tentacle monster. After all, this is an American movie, not, or at least I think it's an American movie, not a Japanese movie. So sorry, guys. The monster's not getting any. Anyways, at least not in this cut. So 0 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, 3 out of 5. It's a solid movie. I wish there was a lot more gore and bloodshed in this movie. I think it could have been nastier. I think they could have done a little bit more biological, body horror stuff with this movie. But for what it does a good job. It's tense. It's interesting. The movie flies by. There's really no slow moments in it. And the characters are nice and well done, even though the whole quarantine protocol is kind of handled horribly and stupid, but that's how things like this are supposed to happen because mistakes were made, obviously. So 3 out of 5. My overall impression is a 3 out of 5. Pretty darn good movie. Just the feasibility of that. I mean, I would think they would take like way more precautions than they did. Plus, the whole thing of like, they happen with the Soyuz and whatever, and things going out of whack. I think they would plan on things going like this or that, or anyways, the way it was happening, it just a little ridiculous. However, I still like it. I still enjoyed it quite a bit. 3 out of 5. That averages out to a 2.5 out of 5. And there you have it, the movie Life. Tell me what you think. Did you enjoy the movie Life? Did you hate it? Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will talk to you next time. So far, I not seeing much interaction, but then, they never really do see much interaction now, do I? Anyways, so, but remember, people, when you are discovering alien life, you don't fuck around with it, and you definitely have a kill switch ready at any time. I mean, honestly, if it grabs onto your arm, you just need to saw that shit off. I mean, you just saw it off. I mean, it's better to have one arm than have 2 arms and be dead, right? Oh, and cause the extinction of the entire human race, right? Right? Anyways. You guys stay scary, internet.